me what's new since I last saw you.
It's going good. The website is like way better as far as like, I still do the same work, but I'm definitely taken more seriously. And as far as like connecting a calendar and all that, it's helped so that I actually call people back. So my business runs a little bit more,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that's great.
accountable. Yeah. And so when I explain to people my methods and whatnot, I don't have to go into as far of it because it's been covered on there.
That's good. I mean, it's supposed to make your life easier, and that sounds like it's doing its job.
Yeah, and it's funny how busy you get once you start actually taking the steps to make it better. It's
First
been pretty.
impressions mean everything. I mean,
Yes.
everybody researches online before they take any kind of action these days, whether it be, the
Yep.
dentist, the hairdresser, the dog trainer, a car dealership. They're always going to go online first. And if they're not wowed by what they see, if they're not convinced, then it ends there. So
Yeah.
it's super important that you have a web presence that got
Plus,
that.
if you don't, I used to get a lot of, well, where's your website? Then you're kind of like a hobbyist that happens to be good at it. Less people will contact you because it's just friend of a friend, but they can't see the proof that you're like, that's what you do for a living.
Exactly. So
So,
it's just become a pinnacle of a legitimate business now, and you're seen as a legitimate business time. But I would just love to get, in your words, just a little bit of insight about the experience. So I'll just start with the open question. What,
okay.
in your experience, were some of the challenges with your business that you had before you thought now's the time to look for help?
First of all, I didn't really have all of my theories and kind of what I do down in one big paragraph so that it all connects. So even my thoughts, right? Like putting my thoughts together kind of helped me realize how I train.
That's cool. So it helped you develop an elevator pitch so that now you can go up to anybody and say,
Yep,
"This is what I do," and you say,
exactly.
it's succinct and it aligns with your website. That's awesome. Okay, and so second question, what's the first impression you received when we consulted with each other or when you looked at our portfolio of work?
Yeah, my perception was you guys are definitely not like old style websites. It's definitely more dynamic and creative. So that was nice. It helps it stand above. It looked like it went over the into the excellence versus, oh yeah, my info's on the internet.
Right. Well, thank you. That means a lot. That's what I hope to do with everyone.
Yep.
Uniquely. That's great to hear.
Plus it stands above the others. I've really been, now I'm paying attention and I'll look at everybody else and it just, yeah, it definitely looks more just friendly. Yeah, so it looks fun and that was important to me.
And I got that from you, like the first conversation we had. I got the feeling that you are a very warm, friendly person, and this is the type of experience people are going to have with you. The
Right.
website's going to treat them to that at first. It's going to say, "This is the kind of experience you're going to receive. It's going to be very warm and open and friendly." So I'm
Yep.
glad you accomplished that. That means a lot. That's
Yeah, perfect match. Yep.
When did you know you wanted to work with us?
Gosh, well, I hired a business coach and we just looked at how to take my business where it can stay small, but be really, really kind of more specialty, homey, kind of have its own niche. And so that went into a creative website that shows it because people see it and then they believe it, right? Jennifer Kim connected me with you because you did her website.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Awesome. So tell us about your experience working with New Breed in terms of your experience with the team, our process, what we ended up delivering to you, anything that stands out.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that stands out is, I would kind of give you an idea of what I wanted, but I didn't really know the idea. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, that's the idea. I just didn't know how to like visualize it. The other thing that stood out is you guys were so patient with my inability to do electronic stuff.
Uh,
No, so that was big. So you were patient.
yeah, I think it comes from a place of understanding because I'm a sole entrepreneur as well. And
Right.
not everything is just going to flow without flaw. Everything's going to have a hitch
True.
at some point. And when it happens, it's like, okay, we've done this before. We know exactly what to do from here.
So I would say, feeling like you still were helping me out and giving me the time to, you were patient. Yeah, I was never stressed about it.
Good, good. Neither were we. We always had a good time. It was a really
Yeah.
good project. And so, how has your business and/or personal life improved since we delivered your website to you?
I'm literally seen as a real professional now, whereas It's the image, it's the container, right, of what you do. And I didn't really have a container. And so I think that's the coolest part, is that I'm invited to do a big podcast, right? And I can show my website. And it just legitimizes everything.
Amazing.
So hiring you guys to create that was really the smart choice. There's no way. So.
And it has improved. Hopefully it's improved your personal life, that you're running the household, running the family, because your business belongs in the business and it can stay there a little better. It's better organized.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely true. I can just send people there. It takes much less time for them to get to know me.
Yeah, all the consults and vetting people before they get on the phone with you or come to your house, like that's all.
Yes. And this is the biggest thing, is that people used to not respect my time. So now when they go, they see a website, they're like, oh, they're legit. If we're late, we don't get to see her. So for me, it's created punctuality just based off of the image.
Yes, and respect.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah.
people respect you now as a business owner. You're running a business.
Yep. So huge change.
If someone asked you for your recommendation to a brand web print designer, would you recommend Newbury?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, 100%.
That's a silly.
Definitely. You just got to get get a great website, and then you can float yourself solo. And so, yeah, definitely. Easy to work with, fabulous result. I didn't think it looked that good. I didn't think that it would look so, like the photos you guys picked out, all of it. Every time I'm like, here's my website, go to my website, because it's like I'm proud of it, instead of just, oh, look on Facebook, right? So
Amazing.
it's like what do you call that? Rebranded.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's almost like you just graduated into a high.
Yes.
We saw the vision for you.
Yep.
And I was so happy that we got the opportunity to execute that vision, because I think it has served you very well.
Just being respected, I think, is the biggest piece. Being seen not as a hobbyist.
And being paid what you deserve. And
right. Yeah. People don't ask about the price anymore. It's weird. They just sign up and then like, oh, well, what was it? And I'm like, oh, it's this. Like, okay.
They have already been convinced you're worth it.
Bingo. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yep. And I get people who, there's 2 competitors here, and people are starting to pick me based off my website, because they're like, yeah, that's more the vibe I want. So that's cool.
I wish you all the continued success. I think you're just going to grow bigger and bigger until you don't know what to do with yourself anymore.
I know. Or just raise the price higher and higher.